Warning: this is a Katawa Shoujo playthrough. Some content may be inappropriate for kiddies. Previously on Katawa Shoujo.
Look at that smirk that she has. Look at that smirk. It's just so smirky. That friggin' smirk. I had entirely neglected to take my medications last night or even this morning. Idiot, Ishio. Bad. Why you got the squiggly face? Why you got squiggly face? Squiggly face. Squidward. You're thinking perverted thoughts. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, you come in to our bathroom time, say you want to get into my bath, and then you ask me this question. What do you mean you would be good? Maybe it would be good to slow things down a bit. You know, maybe go out to dinner once. Final word for the evening. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. He's protection. Every time! I knew you wouldn't recognize her. It's me. It's Misha! What? This is my wine glass. Yes, you just gotta swirl it out a bit. You go. Just take a little in and sip, swirl, suck, swallow. Because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You don't need to interrogate me. Because I had 2 breakfasts. As my hand comes over hers, tentatively following her fingers between— Oh, no! Yeah, context is a bitch. Tell me now, so my heart can be broken!
And our story continues.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake of the OneManBand is back again. We are once again in Katawa Shoujo. Lily's leaving us to be with her family. Okay. So, obviously, the game's still going on. I wonder if this is the bad ending for Lily's path, but only time will tell, so let us play. As class ends, I simply rest my head on my hand and stare out the window to pass the time. Yeah, 'cause nobody likes class. It's been a few days since Lilly told me her plans. It hasn't been to our ordinary lunch time haunt since then. And not that there would be much point. Yeah, what's the point of going on? She's just gonna leave anyway. Hanako's been busy with the newspaper club she's newly joined and has begun taking in class with Naomi every now and then. Even Lilly, aside from the fact that a meeting between us would have been awkward in any case, has been run off her feet with class representative duties as the summer holidays approach. And now, they're just about here. With the end of today's bell, the summer holidays will have begun. Last day of school! Last day of school! Last day of school! I suppose that all I'll end up doing will be visiting my parents for the duration and lazing around my old home. With my previous plans now that my previous plans are entirely askew. Meanwhile, Akira and Lilly will be en route to Scotland to live the rest of their lives there without me. No matter how hard I try to realize the idea that once the summer holidays begin, my life will return to the way it was, it simply refuses to happen. We're gonna go back to being miserable! And that's the worst part! The worst part isn't that Lilly is really going. Well, kinda is, but the point is that the life that we've made here at this academy is going to be completely gone once it starts, because Hanako's gonna be going away, Lily's gonna be going away, all our friends are gonna be going away. It's just like me in summer vacation. All my friends go out and have fun. I just stay home, and when I was back in high school. Oh man, it's an accurate representation of me. Everyone's moving on with their lives. Lily's rejoining her family, Akira's moving up in her father's business, Hanako's gaining new friends and hobbies, and even Yuko's moving ahead with her university aspirations. I suck, man. I suck. Even I'm moving forward, in the end, with the marks I've gotten so far in Yamaku, much less after such a rocky beginning. The path to get to teaching science as a career seems straightforward. Woohoo! Good job having a plan for the future, my boy. I suppose I should at least be happy about much, but it doesn't really seem to help. Hichan, what do you want, Misha? What? I bet she's my spirit guide in some way, and she's just going to tell me what to do in this scenario. I quickly stop my ruminating and turn to face the bubbly voice beside me, putting the most upbeat expression I can muster. As expected, Shizune stands flanking her. I have a sneaking suspicion they want something from me. Look, if you want my money, I don't have any more. I'll put it in the bank. Hey, Misha. Shizune. What's up? Well, Sichan and I were thinking, since we're just two poor little girls that need help with all the work we've been given just before the holidays begin, sure, I can help. Wow, dude, don't even play hard to get. But, Hichan, we really need... What? I think I broke Misha. Holy crap! I must use this power for good! No, I'll use it for evil. Even Shizune raises an eyebrow at her accomplice's shuddering stop in her tracks. So you'll help us, Hichan? I said I would, didn't I? It's hardly like I have anything better to do. Maybe helping them with their work will help take my mind off the situation. Misha seems genuinely enthusiastic with my response, but Shizune's expression is clouded and difficult to read, as always. I find myself quickly averting my eyes from her own, as it almost looks like a face of pity. No doubt it. It must just be my imagination. Ugh. Pity face. Don't give me a pity face. I'm helping you. This is hardly the first time I've been in the student council room. Indeed, I've found myself down here often, either to help Lilly with class rep work, or to sort out one thing or another with the student council itself. Now, though, it's quite a different place. I'm at the computer. Type and type and type. Papers and folders are strewn across every table in the room, on only a solitary little black laptop atop a single desk sticking out from the mess. It looks positively ancient, and I guess it has been vainly serving its task and archiving information for years and years. You should probably upgrade. That thing is old. So, what needs doing? It looks like a lot to do. Ellipses. Shizune's expression becomes determined as she signs. It's a worrying look. Everything, Hichan. Well, thank you! But can you at least point me in a direction that I can go in? My worry is well placed. Everything you say. ... What's left on the desk is what needs to be done. Is there any sort of, have you organized it in any way that would make it easier to do and or file? That is my first question. It all needs to be diligently recorded, which is what the laptop is for. And I'm guessing that you'll be doing this. Sichan says she saw you with the computers in the library a few days ago, and suddenly I'm an expert! And you seem really good with them. Good with computers? I can touch type, I guess, but it still seems like an overestimation of my skills. Just like people with me, it's like they think just because I talk computer, I can work magic with computer. I'm just like, no, I just know how to do a few things very well, and that's it. I should I do continue to make myself smarter in the realm of computer science. I was just typing up homework. Wait, Shizune was watching me do that? Stalker! Ellipses. One must know their allies before they can know their enemies, of course. So what am I, an ally or an enemy? Wow, that's pretty wise. For once, it's not very hard to work out who said what. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem worth fighting over. Sitting at the computer, doing some typing hardly seems, Uranus? As far as the task to help Shizune and Misha go. ... Besides, it will help to take your mind off things. Take my mind off things? Take my mind off what things? What things, Misha? Have you been spying on me? Know about my dealings? Misha's face goes blank as she translates this for Shizune, though the latter's response is only to glance away towards the window after briefly signing. Ellipses. Misha's face quickly returns to a smile as she translates it back. She was confused, I guess, but Shizune is harder to pin down. I was just thinking you may like to get your mind off the exams, of course. Yeah, sure, you're a horrible liar. Either way, it may as well get into it sooner rather than later. I'll go along with you. That's the spirit, Hichan. 15 hours later. And that's the 5th spreadsheet compiled and saved. Time for the next month's. After a little bit of fussing around, we all managed to get a bit more organized. Shizune's been gathering up the loose sheets and thankfully sorting them into a neat pile next to me. Meanwhile, Misha is handling the manual writing work. Her girly pink pen leaving its unmistakable mark on paper after paper. Once I got myself into a rhythm, it really wasn't so bad. Shizune and Misha also seem to be in the swing of things, wordlessly communicating as they go about their business with favor. I periodically glance at a sheet besides the laptop, apparently the list of students' names and matching addresses, as I dutifully enter the data written on it. I don't pay a lot of attention to what I'm typing, in which I reach about midway down the page. Harakamichi, class 3-3. Her family home is in Satama. We're talking about Lilly, of course. My idle curiosity is ended abruptly with three light types can be heard rapping on the door. Misha quickly skips over to check on it, tapping Shizune's shoulder on the way past to let her companion know what's happening. Who is it? Oh, you're here. Who is it? With a slight pause to enter Shizune's data into the file along with the others, I look up to check who's at the door. It's Lilly, isn't it? And things just got awkward. Thank you, Lilly. After giving a curious nod to Misha and greeting, she perks her head up to her in her trademark manner. Is that Hishio? She's pretty darn good at working out my voice from the smallest of phrases nowadays. Yeah, it's me. Hey. The most awkward of heys. The atmosphere feels slightly awkward as she bows. Neither of us know quite how intimate we should be around each other, given that she's leaving in just a matter of hours. This is a fact that, thankfully, neither the oblivious Misha nor the hard-working Shizune pick up on. Wow, it's just that awkward area, but it doesn't make everyone else awkward, so it just puts more awkward on the two people who are awkward. Awkward. So, you've got work to do as well? Unfortunately, I arrived as soon as I could, but my class held me up with a surprise farewell party, and I had to get changed. I glanced down at the laptop's clock. It's pretty much the end of lunchtime, so I'm guessing Lilly managed to wrangle the last period off as well. I take it Shizune is here as well? Right here, hiding. There she is now. Of course. Ellipses. And I've been here during all of lunchtime as well. Yeah, Lilly doesn't care. We know she doesn't care. That last comment was really not needed. Shizune's baiting Lilly into another argument. I can feel it. I'm sorry. I can't be as hardworking as you, Shizune. I'll endeavor to hire more lackeys to do my work in future, I assure you. That's a great comeback. And Lilly just took the bait, escalating things further. ... But aren't you the one always outsourcing work to your classmates? Yeah, the difference is that they choose to help, unlike your tyrannical grip on your own class. Now you see, this right here, this is an argument of love. Because this is the last argument they're ever going to have with each other. So it's cute. Ellipses. Tyrannical work, even if you did things differently, we still got the same results, right? Yes, but Lilly does it tactfully and democratically. Yes, that is a word. This is a school, not a police state. You will have to remind me when you were appropriated class monarch, I'm afraid. Ooh, she's got the scary mean face. You have to seize power. It's not as good if it's just handed to you, but I guess you wouldn't really understand that, right? Ellipses. You'll also have to remind me when monarchs have been elected into their positions. Would Hitler count? Because he was originally elected into power, but then became like the tyrannical leader that he was. So, Lilly's positively bristling at this. Shizune's two-hit combo forces her onto defense. Yet, for all your vaulted power, you cannot get one person to help you without forcing him. Oh no, we volunteered. This is bad. Ellipses. But Hishio volunteered. He's such a hard worker, he's doing this instead of meaningless socialization, right? You leave me out of this! Is that so, Hishio? This is bad. I've really ended up between a rock and a hard place. As much as it pains me to do this, the truth has the least chance of stopping this argument here and now. It's okay, Lilly. They didn't harass me to come or anything. Lilly gives me a disapproving grimace, silently radiating her strong feelings of displeasure in my general direction. She can be quite scary when she wants to be, though thankfully it isn't often. Ellipses. Hitchan, you make it sound like it's a regular occurrence. Hey! Stop it! I got a laptop, and I will use it to defend myself. It isn't. In the end, it doesn't matter how long, so long as everything's getting done at a good pace. Let's just get this work over with so we can go home. Leave me alone! Doing work! Shizune snorts, aggressively, and gets back to making off the sheets in front of, marking off the sheets in front of her, while Lilly sighs and finds her way along the room with her hand following the filing cabinets lined along the wall. This world mark the only time I've managed to successfully defuse one of these situations. Great, awesome job, man! Level up! But the grudging ceasefire built around mutual fear and respect makes this feel more like the Cold War than any real peace. I can't take any of the credit, though. Lilly's leaving has surely affected Shizune to some extent, to make her give up so easily. Moments before getting back to work, I noticed Lilly reaching up and grab something above the filing cabinet. I almost offered to help, but her height gives her ample ability to take it down safely. Because she's an Amazon, remember. Once she sets the strangely shaped device down on the desk beside me, I realize just what it is. Sort of. She takes the old green covering off and sits down. It's a typewriter! Ooh! Yeah! Oh wait, that's right. She isn't good with computers, so typewriters. At first glance, it seems like an old metallic blue typewriter, but it doesn't take me long to realize it's far from ordinary. It has far fewer keys than expected, and those it has show no lettering printed on them. Only the shadows cast by the tiny braille dots on them give a hint of the thing's purpose. Blind typewriter? Oh, this? Well, you're not far off. It's normally called a Perkins Brailler, but it's basically a typewriter for the blind, yes. It pressures braille into the page rather than text, which is why it has fewer keys. Huh, that's really neat. So is braille kind of like binary, where binary only uses ones and zeros? Does braille only have a few different characters? I don't know. Something to look up on the internet at some point. She gives a lighthearted grin at my curiosity over it. I have to admit that it appeals to make sense of novelty. Without further ado, we get back to our altered tasks. The loud clunking of the machines in Lily's brailler and the tapping of my laptop, old and weary keyboard, quickly fill the room. It's a nice atmosphere, really. Everyone knows what they have to do, and Lilly and I get to sit beside each other and exchange the odd word as we work away. Nostalgic. That's what it feels like. Too bad it's all gonna go away once she leaves us! It's pleasant, but just slightly stained with the knowledge that our time together is nearly its end. Excuse me, Misha. To properly address her, Misha bounces over from the filing cabinet she's peering into. In spite of Lily's lack of sight, for a moment I think it's strange, but then realize that's exactly what I do. What's up? Can you ask Shizune where the attendance records for class 3-2 are? I think they've been moved. Okie dokie. And with that, she flitters off to Shizune, who's working at a table beside us. Lily's familiarity with the council room and the efficiency with which she works reminds me of that she, Misha, and Shizune used to all work together in the student council. You know, before Shizune and Lilly started to kill each other with words and arguments. Maybe it's a fitting end to her stay at Yamaku, working away just as she used to, surrounded by those she loves, or at least liked. I look up, getting taken off guard by Shizune's sorting through a drawer rather than Misha. Even though she plucks out a manila folder, entirely blank save for the just barely visible bumps on its front, and holds it in front of Lilly. Lily's hand flits over it to check what it is, her fingers feeling out the dots of braille and confirming it as what she asked for. Thank you, Misha. No reply. Well, you see, it's really Shizune who handed it to her, and since she's deaf, well, the communication doesn't work well here. No reply. That is, save for an odd grin, no smile on Shizune's face. Smiling? Shizune smiling when Lily is in the room? What is this? What is this? What is this? A couple of seconds pass before Lilly clicks what it isn't before Lilly clicks that it isn't Misha beside her, but Shizune. Her momentary look of surprise is replaced by a slightly bashful smile. For a few moments, the room is all but silent. You know what? This is nice. This is nice because they're family. And they're having this one moment where they're just kind of getting along. It's great. I love it. It's the feels deep in my heart. No, it's good. But it's sad, kinda. Eventually, though, Shizune strides back to her workstation and Lilly begins typing once again. It only lasted a handful of seconds in all, but it feels like years of communication were made up for with just one silent exchange. And then the sun goes down. There! Finished! I lean my head back and rub my eyes to try and work away my weariness. That's how I am whenever I'm done editing videos. Staring at that small and rather poor screen's taken its toll. Excellent timing. The only thing left is to file these away, and I'll have my workload finished as well. Good. I can pack up the brailer and put it away while you do that. Thank you, Hishio. Misha, are you and Shizune far from being done? I look around for the two as I replace the cover over the brailer, only to see them waiting at the door. I guess they've been waiting for us. With the minimum of wasted time, we file and pack everything that remains and join them. Thanks for waiting, you two. We couldn't just take off without you, Hichan. You've been a great help. Shizune nods approvingly, pleased with my efforts. Why, thank you, Shizune. Remember me when you conquer the world. That way she doesn't have to kill me and I'll just be there to lift heavy things. I guess that's the last class representative work done and over with then. That's right. I'll miss you, Lilly. I think it was fun working with you. Thank you, Misha. It's been good working with you. And Shizune. I guess. Shizune thinks for a moment before formulating her response. It's not that she often communicates without thinking, quite the opposite, but the times it's even more considered than usual. Ellipses. Misha looks a little surprised before passing on the message. Shizune says, you'd better do your work over there better than you did it here. I would expect nothing less from Shizune to say that. Far from taking offense, Lilly giggles into her hand. If that's the case, then please tell Shizune to give those still here a little more understanding in the future. Competitive until the last. Maybe Shizune and Lilly aren't so different after all. Ellipses. Sichan says that she'll be checking to make sure you live up to your end of the promise. Then that's how it will be. I better be off then. Goodbye, Shizune. Goodbye, Misha. Hishio? Lilly takes a hold of my arms in hers, and being no need for a cane if I'm here to guide her, with a nod to a farewell to the two, we set off out the door and make our way to the school grounds. As I turn to wave goodbye to them, I notice Shizune glaze lingering on Lilly. They may annoy each other, but family bonds aren't easily broken. And that's the truth of it. Got all your papers sorted then? The awkward small talk begins. Yes, it's all been filed out and handed in. On top of things as always, aren't you? She gives an earnest smile at the compliment, but it feels as if her happiness is just a veneer over the fact that she's fully aware of how much she's leaving behind. Yeah, like me. It reminds me of how she was when I first met her, always smiling, always that little bit aloft, always that distance away from everyone. Even now, she still maintains that air around many others, especially those she's not close to. I had hoped that our time together would have changed that fact. Our pace slows, and the two of us come to a halt in the all but empty school gardens. Hishio? Is something the... Of course something's the matter! Lilly raps... I'm sorry, I read ahead a little. Lily's words are cut short as I turn and wrap my arms around her, pulling her tight. Just a hug! I just want this one hug, please! I may not usually given to such impulse actions, but I just want to be close to her, even if this is the last time I'll be able to. All the other students have retreated to their dormitories and homes, only the ruffling leaves in the breeze making any sound whatsoever. And then she feels my face again! It's like when we first met! As I draw back, I can see her hand drop, as she dropped her carefully maintained smile. Her hand hesitates, wanting neither to leave nor to stay on my features. She is putting up a brave show, but her slight trembling gives her away. Lilly may be able to control herself well, but she can't hold her composure together now. This is the woman I've come to love, but also the one who, in all too short a time, will leave the country forever. I'm sorry, Hishio. It's okay. There's nothing really to be sorry about. It's done. It's over. You got your own life to lead, after all. We walk up to the hallway of the girls' dormitory hand in hand, our emotions by now largely quelled. Nevertheless, our hands grip each other's much more tightly than before. Faint, muffled voices can be heard from Lily's room, the origins of which aren't difficult to guess. Yeah! Hanako giving Lily hugs. It's nice. I love that. The moment she opens the door, Hanako bursts through and wraps her arms around Lily, taking her very obviously by surprise. Lily! She's actually yelling! Oh my god! Hanako. I'm going to miss you, Lily. As expected, she's on the verge of tears. Lily gently rubs Hanako's hair with her hand in response, then pulls back and gives a warm, reassuring smile. And there's Akira. Sup? Looking beyond Hanako, Akira can be seen getting up from the side of Lily's bed and scratching her head. Hey, that rhymed! Her eyes turn from Lily and Hanako to me, a stilted, weak smile hanging on her face. I try to return a more genuine, happy look, but the result is probably just the same. Akira, did you bring alcohol? 'Cause I think we really need it. So everything's set. Managed to hold back from killing Shizune? The comment draws an amused giggle from her sister. Yes, I have everything in order. And yes, I managed not to. Have you packed everything you need? Got the 2 bags right here. And there's still some stuff left at the Hakamichi's home. I can pick that up when we wait for tomorrow's evening flight, though. Akira gives the 2 large black traveling bags on the floor a hearty pat. She probably came to help pack and make sure everything was in order on Lily's end before going together with her. Lily, will you be okay over there? I think she'll be okay, but will we be okay is the real question. I'll be alright. I assure you, I have Akira looking after me after all, and you know that she's reliable. But don't worry, Hanako. I have your phone number after all. We can stay in touch. With Akira's help, I can send you things over the internet as well. Whoa, internet! Yay! Hey, don't use me just because you won't learn to use a computer. Hanako and Lily both giggle briefly, the mood lightening ever so little. That goes for you too, Hishio. I promise I'll contact you once I'm in Scotland. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. but it won't be the same! Her offer may be kind, but we both know that she is tantamount to breaking up. Neither of us have any illusions as to how we'll manage a long-distance relationship. With nary a word of prompting, the four of us began a long, solemn walk to the school gate. It's that long walk, the lonely road. The numerous lamps scattered around the Yamaku grounds failed to do much more than provide pinpoints of light in an otherwise dense darkness. A car parked on the road just outside the school grounds comes into view, its shining black exterior reflecting the dimly lit lamps of Yamaku. I call out to Akira in an effort to alleviate a bit of the heavy atmosphere. That your car? What kind is it? Don't know much about cars, do you? It's a Lancer Evo. Solid. And speedy. And it attracts all the ladies and the guys as well. While it's not, as her comment on my knowledge is off mark, I've never really taken an interest in them. You're in Japan! You don't need cars! You got public transportation everywhere! She gives a small sigh. She's been good. Pity I have to part with it today. Just like the summer house. You guys were the last to visit it before it changed hands. Turning back from my rather faulty attempt at small talk, I glance at Hanako and Lilly following behind us. By rights, Hanako should be leading Lilly, but it's rather definitely the other way around as she clings tightly to Lily's arm. It's a depressing sight, and I'm sure if they actually had a picture of it instead of like this, it would be even more like heart-wrenching. So I'm kind of glad there isn't a picture. So, I guess this is it. Is it? Indeed. Although the time for everyone to say their farewells is now, nobody really wants to take the first step. You don't want to be that awkward person that takes the first step. It's as if the longer nobody speaks, the better the chances of them simply not leaving. Lilly, do you really have to go? No, she doesn't, but she chooses to! I'm sorry, Hanako. I won't be leaving you forever, though. I can still call you. Hishio will still be here as well. Yeah, but I'm not you! I'm not Lilly, man! I can't deal with Hanako all by myself! I nod, but Hanako just clutches all the tighter at Lily's arm. After spending so long without anyone to call family, it must be excruciating to have to say goodbye to the one person that was as close to a mother as anyone could have been in her life. Except maybe her mother, who, died. But, moving on, still sad. Lilly lets out a long, sad breath. All Akira and I can do is stand by quietly on the sidelines, since the only person that can solve this would be Lilly herself. Eventually, Lilly pulls her arm from Hanako's grip and holds both of her shoulders gently. As much more decisive way to address than I've ever seen Lilly take with her. Hanako, remember when we first met? Backstory. When you entered my room for the first time after overhearing my counseling of a friend, you didn't say a single word for the entire night. Even as I poured you tea and talked, you sat silently and simply listened to what I said. It took many quiet meetings like that before you began to open up to me. But as you began to, I felt some of the happiest moments I've ever felt. I didn't become your friend because I pitied you, Hanako. I became your friend because I knew that you were hiding not just from me, but from everyone. Your ambitions, personality, interests, tastes, I didn't know any of them, and neither did anyone else. As you showed yourself to me, though, I began to realize the person that you were, and because you were, and became sure that our meetings was a very special moment. but I... Lily... Hanako's the cutest face right now. Lily cuts her words short as she brings her hand to Lily's head and brushes her fringe to the side, gently pressing her lips to Lily's forehead. As she pulls her head back, leaving Hanako all but speechless and her eyes moist. Lily beams a wide smile. I believe you are a very beautiful person, Hanako, and I am certain that you will become a strong and confident woman. Maybe in a little bit, but yeah. You are my very dear friend, and someone whom I love very much. Just like Hishio, I will never forget you for as long as I live. I may be leaving, but you have your own life here to lead, just as I do. You have your own friends and hobbies, and your own hopes after graduation. I want you to devote yourself to them, even after I'm not around anymore. That is why I think you will be okay, because you're your own self, with your own life. You yourself proved that to me. The feels are really coming in. I can feel it in the heart. Yeah. Hanako lowers her head in embarrassment and nods as she does so. I understand. I know I have to say goodbye. I know you have to go your own way. But thank you, Lily, for everything. Ah, it just broke! It just broke a little! Thank you, Hanako. Will you be okay? There are a few seconds of silence before the answer comes. I will. Lily smiles undoubtedly, and I just skipped it because I just can't take it anymore. It's sad. But it's also beautiful! That makes me very happy then. Goodbye. That word. Goodbye, Lily. Yep, heart broke again. A farewell to you as well, Hishio. I get a farewell? I don't get goodbye? Goodbye. I'll miss you. She pauses for a moment before walking up to me. Her right hand outstretched in front of her takes hold of my shoulder. Her left hand slowly and daintily reaches towards my face, taking my cheek in her palm. For a while she simply holds my face, her fingers just slightly moving to take in its contours. Usually her hand would be warm when doing such a thing, but the night air is giving her skin a cool edge. I'm not sure how long we stay like this. Her clouded eyes point just below my own as she wears a wistful, almost distant smile. Eventually, though, I take her cold hand in mine. It's difficult to do so, but with a slight sigh, I gently remove her hand from my cheek. Lily, you have to let go of me and move on. Because reasons. Because Scotland is a much prettier place than Japan. Or something like that. I hope you have a long and happy life, Lily. No matter where you might go. Thank you. I'll make sure to. She takes a long, trembling breath before turning slightly towards Akira's direction. Akira? Okay. With a nod, she takes Lily's hand and begins to guide her to the car parked outside the gates. They both walk slowly and deliberately, as if their movements have been rehearsed in advance. It's strange to feel like this now, watching somebody leave Yamaku. The feeling of unease I have now reminds me of the first time I walked through those gates, those black wrought iron gates. It always looked to be too pompous for what they were. As they leave, all of us know full well that our lives are irreversibly changing. I've always told myself that I just have to take life as it comes. But something's changing. But everything's changing so fast. So suddenly, and I don't want it to change. In the end, Lily's an irreplaceable part of the lives of both Hanako and I. The noise of Akira opening the passenger door of Lilly for Lilly brings me out of my thoughts. Her hand waving back as Lilly gets in. See ya, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll do my best. It's the only thing I can do. Goodbye, Hanako. Goodbye, Hishio. Hanako's hand quickly shoots up, her face brightening by her enthusiastic farewell. Goodbye, Lilly. Goodbye. See ya, Akira. And goodbye, Lilly. Then they're gone! Damn it! The door shuts as we all put on the best happy farewell faces. Akira getting in the car herself and starting it up in short measure. Lily's hand can just be seen waving through the tinted windows. Both of our hands waving high as well. Just as every other time I've done such a thing, I can't quite make out previously what I, or Hanako, a wave to her giving that she's never seen us doing. Oh, well, she's not seeing us wave. But it doesn't matter, because we're still waving. Even after that black, shiny car goes down the hill and disappears into the dark night, we carry on waving and seeing Akira and Lilly off. And then they're gone. And it's just me and Hanako. The two broken people are left. And meh. A strange stillness takes over as our hands return to our sides. I don't quite know what I should do or how I should feel. In the end, we just stand there, silently staring down at where the car disappeared from sight. Goodbye, Lilly. All I can do in response to her quiet, mournful goodbye is place my hand on her shoulder. She looks at me for a few moments before looking back down the hill, secure in the knowledge that I'm still around for her. And we're just gonna have to be there for each other, I guess. What we'll do from now doesn't seem that uncertain. We all have our ambitions now, just as Lilly said. But even so, it feels like there's a certain missing part of both of our lives now. Something that will never be replaced. And it fades to black. Huh? Wait. Time skip? Time skip to the end, or what? What? There's more?! There's more?! But I thought that was gonna be the end! Because they left! They're gone! Why is there more? Well, I don't think my heart can take anymore. What is this? Well, okay then. I guess we're gonna have to see what happens in the next episode, because obviously they want to twist the knife a little bit more and play with the feels. Okay, I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. Oh, this episode was amazing. I'll have to talk about it later, because I've already gone for a long time, so I'll see you next time. Be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you next time. Yahoo!